Good morning, you guys. So it is mid-morning. And it's still Saturday. It's still the day that we call Saturday. It's still the date that we call the 17th. In the month that we call May, in the year that we call 2025. It's about mid-morning here. I've done one reading. I looked at Italy and I looked at New Zealand. And with this reading, I'm going to look at Pam Bondi and I'm going to look at the Netherlands. And it's going to go up tomorrow, which will be Sunday, the 18th. So the healing intentions are always set for you folks as per the usual. So if you want them and you choose to accept them, go ahead and decree that for your highest and greatest good, only and always. And breathe that in through your nose and out through your mouth for as long as you want to. Don't follow any links in the comment section of either of my channels soliciting you for anything. Those would be scammers. And I'm still not able to upload to Rumble. So hopefully the people over there on Rumble, with the one upload that I was able to make since the 10th of April, will just know to look over here if nothing's going up over there. Not much I can do about it right now. It is what it is. So let's take a look at Pam Bondi first. That should go pretty quickly. Let's use our Deviant Moon deck for that. Let's just get a 7-card spread. The truth around Pam Bondi. Let the cards give us her character and a little story around her. We'll take a quick peek. Some people are concerned that she's not what she presents herself as. She's not good, this or that. I personally don't feel that way. That's just me. Let's see what the universe has to say around that, okay? All right, we'll do one more and we'll lay a 7-card spread to get a true story around the person that we see on the world stage as Pam Bondi. Let's do it. Very fair, very loving person, concerned about children, simplistic. She's on point and on path, you guys. She's looking to end some cycles of, well, let me just lay them out. Can you see them? Hold on. Very high vibration there, creating change. Let's see. Let me keep you down. How's that? I think that works pretty good, huh? All right, let's keep laying the cards down. All right, so let's take a look. Pam Bondi is on point and on path. Can you see this? You can. So, the energy driving Pam Bondi's pathway, the biggest piece of the energy is she's on point and on path. Her path is bloomed around her. Her path might seem a little scary sometimes with this card, but she's directly on point and on path. She is the seeker of truth. She's going to bring it, okay? That's the largest part of her pathway, okay? Representing Pam, she's actually more simplistic than you guys would think. Very loving intentions, working hard, wanting to create balance, something more beautiful in the world. Doesn't need to be all fancy and glittery. She just wants it to count. She wants it to count and be solid on a stable foundation with this 4, good and stable, simplistic, basic, pure almost with this 4, right? Across from that, her main goal is nurturing and saving children. That would be her main goal. So let's take a look at the center of her path. It's being driven by this. She's on point and on path. And right above her, she has every intention of ending cycles and locking people away, trapping them and locking them away. She, as the high priestess, would have been doing this a little longer than people might think. This has been at the top of what she's been up to for a long time. She's a very powerful woman. And with that comes some discomfort. It does. It brings some discomfort. And that would probably be because some of the things that she has to seek out and do in her path that are a little scary is going after these people that she's putting an ending to. So that power that she has at times, it's not always comfortable for her, but it is something that she's going to continue to do. Okay. Now, just above her, you have the King of Wands. So that is, once again, in this deck, representing those children. So she is very fair. She wants to lead what it is that she's doing on her path with the highest and greatest good for everyone, but especially those kids. She's getting that simplistic child card over and over again. And across from that, sometimes she feels as though she doesn't have necessarily all the means in place to be able to do what it is that she's on mission to do. So she would like to, in order to save these kids on this journey, she would actually like the backing to be a little bit more balanced. Her abilities to be a little bit more balanced so that she can take care of things the way she wants to. So I imagine that's for everybody that is doing something that important, that they often feel like they don't have like they don't have enough they want more to be able to do more. She's feeling like the system here on the earth plane's a little imbalanced as far as her missions go, and she would like more, but let's see what more it says here. The other piece of this is she can only bring forward what she can bring forward at the time, while some stuff has to be kind of back there waiting, which also I imagine is much of an irritant for her. Like she would just like to rock and roll it, coming up with this high priestess at the top. Let's get a little bit more story here, please. She's looking pretty good to me, guys. She's going to bring down the judgment. That's what she's doing. She's raining judgment to usher in justice, to create transformation, and in some cases death. So she's taken her job quite serious. That's 4 major arcana cards. She's a very good person by the looks of things, and she's bringing the judgment to create the justice, to transform things, and to bring upon a death and a rebirth. Now, when we see this death card, I would say probably some of these people that she's going after for what they've done to the children, the crimes will be punishable by death. So have I read correctly on Pam? It looks like, her path can be a little bit scary, but she is the seeker. Her job is to go after people and literally like lock them up. The people that are doing things to the children, That's her main goal, to bring some good, solid, balance, love, caring back to this planet, save these kids. She's very fair. She also has the highest and greatest good for intentions, only and always. It's uncomfortable for her sometimes, this position that she's in of great power. There's a lot of stuff that she feels like she wishes she had more of, more ability to do more people maybe backing the cause, and also as well as like wishes she could bring forward more, but has to hold back sometimes. But her intentions are really good. She's on point and on path. She is the person that will be bringing in the judgment that creates the justice, that creates the transformation that's been happening over a long period of time, that brings death to some of these people, and locks up also, because that's over the lockup, the cage, and cages some of these people for crimes against children and crimes against humanity. But it seems like her main focus is the children. That's what she's most passionate about. Have I read this correctly? Please and thank you. Oh. Yeah, that one. Jeez. Yeah, that's right, with the Ace of Cups, and that's great love. So the Ace of Cups represents love. It's a number one, so it's the yes. Yeah, she's a good person, you guys. Her hands are tied sometimes. She wishes she had more backing her, the ability to do more, the ability to bring more forward. But sometimes she has to hold back, and it's uncomfortable for her doing this, because it's a bit scary sometimes, this path. And I imagine that's because of some of the people that she has to go up against, or that know that she's coming for them. But I'm getting that she's a good person, you guys. That's what I'm getting. So take from that what you will, and toss the rest. So there's the reading on Pam Bondi. Now let's take a look at the Netherlands. So I'm going to do a 7-card spread. I want to see the truth about the Netherlands. I want to see their pathway. I want to see the story around them. Yeah, so that's what I'm asking. A true story about the Netherlands right now, please and thank you. The true energy for the Netherlands, please and thank you. With a 7-card spread, we're going to get a look at your pathway and the story around you. What represents your country will be that first card up. So let's cut them. Moving forward, your country is protected. With that 7, you want to seek, because the knowledge is there, the proof is there. Seek the truth, seek the proof, seek the knowledge. But your country is protected, moving forward. Your pathway is the Hierophant, great change coming to you. Oh, I gotta move them up a little bit, I guess, for you to see that well enough. All right, so let's take a look at your country. So the truth about your country is, representing your country right now, your country is protected, moving forward, well insulated, very much protected. The energy that's driving your country's pathway at the moment is the Hierophant, another Higher Arcana card. So you have 2 Higher Arcana cards representing your country and your country's pathway. Kind of a big deal, right? So the Hierophant ushers in great change. the Hierophant in this card, in this deck, the Deviant Moon deck for me, in this deck, the Hierophant is very good, very faithful and loyal man, full of passion, courage, faith. The Hierophant goes out and he rescues children. If you'll look, he's got the little kid in his pocket. He's praying to his creator, his God, his source energy, asking for help and how to create the change to protect the children, right? So as a larger picture, it would be the Hierophant. The Hierophant looking to source, looking to a higher power to protect your country, right? And your countrymen and women and your country's children. Above that, it feels kind of lonely there in the Netherlands, but you do have that vibration of love over you. You're going through a major head game with this Six of Swords. So the information is out there kind of to make you feel alone, to make you worried. The information makes you feel very alone. The words being spoken, you feel like you're on a very lonesome journey. So I think that could represent each one of you individually, but also the country itself. Maybe you folks in the Netherlands aren't getting enough attention. Maybe the media isn't picking up on things that have been going on there with you. Maybe the truthers aren't speaking about you enough. Maybe people like me, readers, aren't really looking at the Netherlands as much as they might be looking at other places. So it's almost like you feel alone. And that's a big energy for your country right now. But at the very top, you've got another 7. And you have people behind the scenes that are helping you. People you can't see, people you don't know. Maybe there's not even a lot of obvious proof of it, but they're definitely there. If you seek, because this is a 7, if you seek to find that, you will. There will be proofs of it, okay? So above your country is being protected. Right above that, we have the King of Swords. So you have people that have stature and have power, have the means, that are above your country, and looking over your country, protecting it as you move forward. And they are people of integrity. So again, this would go hand in hand with this card here, the 7 of Cups, where you may not be able to see it. And with that 7 of Cups, it might feel upsetting. And with the 6 of Swords, you may feel alone. And you may be up in your head thinking, we're all alone out here. But the truth of the matter is that you're being protected and insulated by people with integrity and the power and the ability to do that. Across from moving forward, you're at the 8 of Pentacles. So moving forward, there should be some exposure, you guys, around money laundering, exchanges of money, how your country is burning up your resources, and also your money. So there's going to be some sort of an exposure around that, and this is part of the great change. The Netherlands has to have their resources taken a good look at. It's going to make a big difference with the way you're able to move forward. You may find that you have way more resources than you think with this Ace of Cups. And with this Ace of Cups, this is like a very loving vibration and new beginnings coming in over the top of what's happened with your resources and your money and your earthly pleasures there in the Netherlands. So something very, very different is going to come in lovingly and shift this vibration of burning up your resources, taking your resources. With this card, often with that vibration of 8 over it, it's like you have an infinite amount of resources there, but it's being super mismanaged. And so, things are being done wrongly, causing you to have a lack of. So I would like to take a look at the Netherlands resources and just get a little bit more story around that for you folks. You actually have an infinite amount, and with that Ace of Cups directly above you, it's like the Netherlands cup could overflow. That, you know, but for whatever reason, it's being misused and it's creating lack there in your country. But on this journey, you have people with integrity that are protecting you moving forward. Thinking it's saying that your country is going to have a major turnaround as far as abundance go. But let's get a little closer look. A couple of cards off of this Eight of Pentacles, where the Netherlands assets and earthly pleasures and whatnot are being misused, mismanaged, and burnt up. Boy, you've been having a lot of your assets harvested, and that's put you in a place where you've been kind of walking on thin ice there. But it seems like no matter what, you guys are able to stay. The Netherlands are staying above, you know, because he's going across the ice, right? He's staying above water. But you've had assets harvested. There's going to be a complete ending to this cycle. You're going to have a big exposure about how you actually have more assets there. You have an abundance of things there that have been kept from you, hoarded from you, you haven't known about, been hidden, and they've been used up in other ways. Probably money laundering, I would say, with this ending of the cycle card and exposing that thief under the table. Like, your abundance in the Netherlands has been being harvested from you. And, you know, it's really put the Netherlands in a place of, like, every day is a little sketchy, right? But that cycle is going to end. There's going to be an exposure of the thief under the table. So I'm just going to pull these cards up. And we'll just ask if I've read that amount of the message to you correctly just yet. And I'll let them do a little more talking. But you're being protected, it says. You're coming up as a protected country. I believe, you know, these cards just keep telling me that about the whole world. But I just want to know. That's a really bad shuffle. These cards are so big. My hands are so small. And they're thick. And my hands are just short and stumpy. So let's take a look. A little more story after I get confirmation. Have I read that message to everybody correctly, please, and thank you. Two, they want to talk more, so I've given you half of a message. I was going to ask you guys more anyways, but anyways, I've given you half of the message, but the secondary piece of that is that for you folks over there in the Netherlands, you really feel like you've had your backs to the wall. The oppression is really felt. You can really feel the oppression by your government, by your leadership. It's really felt. You have a lot of things in the Netherlands that are well hidden and under the surface with this King of Cups. This King of Cups isn't coming up as a good guy. He's not being set up to be. Your leadership are very slimy. They have hidden things. They've got a lot of things beneath the surface. And they're wicked oppressors over there. And they enjoy this, okay? Because this guy takes great pleasure in knowing he's making her feel very uncomfortable. And the King of Cups, he's just like this big slime ball, narcissistic, psychopathic personality, that loves to present one way, and just, the truth of the matter is he's tyrannical, and there's a lot of deep, dark secrets there. But with the King of Cups, they always come spilling out. Now, right now, these people are on thin ice. People in power are just skirting across the ice. So I would say, if they haven't fallen through, and we're looking at the Page of Wands, they're skirting across this ice. The page represents a young energy. If your people in power are on thin ice, I would say probably, well, let's get the next card before I give you what I'm feeling from that. Yeah, exactly. So they have been exposed, and it's an exposure. They're all on thin ice because they were exposed, and they were exposed for what they did with the money, what they did with your assets, what they've done with the wealth there, and what they're doing to humanity, how they've stolen your assets. And also, this is a child underneath the table. So one of the things that will come up from underneath the surface is, as this exposure happens, you're going to learn about a lot of the things that they've done for money and to get money around the children, stealing your assets, stealing a lot of things. But this cycle is ending. But you're going through terrible oppression, having to feel the heat of what the oppression actually feels like for this exposure to come fruition. So the thin ice, skating on thin ice. Are you telling me that a lot of the people that were in power, behind the scenes, creating this thievery of assets and children and whatever other monstrous things that they've been doing, as well as oppressing the people, that these people have been caught and possibly made deals, possibly already been punished, possibly given over other names of people involved in this stuff? Is that what you're telling me? And that this will all rise up from the surface? Please and thank you. Doing some really terrible shuffling. Okie-doke. Nobody's here, buddy. It's me. It's me making that racket. He doesn't believe me. Yeah. All right. So let's do a double take on that. So the people that are the little monstrous people that have been oppressing you, ruining your country, basically, committing crimes against your children, all of you, also stealing your assets. I bet you'll find the Netherlands is plentiful of lots of natural resources that maybe you don't even know about. I bet there's a lot to this. But they've already ratted on each other. They've already finked on each other. They've been looked at. They've been caught. So I got a yes with that Empress. So the secondary meaning to the Empress is rejoice. Healing is on its way, even though right now it doesn't feel it. So can you give the people of the Netherlands just a little story about this healing, the things that will rise up from the surface? Just kind of like, if it's as oppressive as it looks with that with that Two of Cups there in the Deviant Moon deck, can you just give them a little bit of an understanding of where this healing is coming from, please and thank you. These ones just wanted to kind of spill out, so I'm just going to let them. I'm going to take them afterwards. This is my leading with the highest and greatest good card, the King of Wands. He leads with the highest and greatest good. Okay, that's usually my trump card, so you can take from that what you will. I asked where this healing is coming from. This would be probably all the same people that are working with my president to clean up the world, honestly. If you guys have looked at the capitulation tour, there's enough proof out there that it's happening. I know we're living through a shit show, but, you know, the fact is we've been living in a shit show and many people didn't even realize it until recently. So I asked to give a little story around where that healing is coming from, and I would say the same people that are helping my president to do, you know, it's the people behind the scenes, it's the white hats, it's the good guys, it's the good military, it's the secret societies that have been working on humanity's behalf for a long time. And then let's see what else the story says. You know, again, with that Knight of Cups, this is basically about the children. In the Deviant Moon deck, if you'll notice, that King also is surrounded by children. So, you know, this really is about the children. It is an information war. There's a lot of words out there that aren't true, you guys, so you have to be careful with the information that you're taking in. And a lot of it's planted by them. So a lot of it's planted by the good guys working on our behalf. And then the Hermit to end the cycle and get people kind of ushered away. So I also wonder with that Hermit, you know, we had our lockdowns. I would say, where's the healing coming from? A lot of this may have already happened, the ending of that cycle during our lockdowns, because with this, the Hermit's been ushered away and we were all locked down once. So I would say during the lockdowns, a lot was done already with the saving of your children and your country, and a lot of the work that already had to go in. But the information that's out there is creating chaos so that great change can come through. And it's actually the good guys planting it. So it's part of what's waking people up, the information and the activities that you're going through. But it looks to me like the true cycle of getting your country protected happened back in 2020 when the world was locked down. So let me just double check that, you guys, and see what they say. So is that correct? Please and thank you. That cycle was taken care of back then when the world was locked down. A lot of work there was done already. Is that correct? Please and thank you. One more. They want to talk to you some more. So we're going to end off with the Hermit. This is 8. This is infinity. This is not being able to see things, right? It's like her eyes are awake, her crown is awake, but she's refusing to look. There's a message here for you guys that they want to say. So let's go on. Okay, so during the lockdowns, you might have had an inkling that something else was going on over there in the Netherlands. You've got your white hat, good military there. They didn't want you to see it. 17, the good military was there and working on your behalf. They were bringing justice back then, you guys. But because of this lockdown, you being ushered away, you couldn't see it. But you had your spidey senses going off with that 8. Like your crown was all lit up. You knew that a lot of people over there in the Netherlands knew something else was up. But you couldn't see it because it was being done behind your backs while the lockdowns were happening. But you have justice here, you have the good military, and you have 17 all right here in action when you weren't looking, when you were whisked away, you know, during lockdowns and whatnot. So is that correct? And how is that, did I deliver that correctly, please? Is that the full story that you want them to understand around this right now, please and thank you. It is with that Queen of Wands. So it took a long time to manifest the clean out of your country with the second piece of that message, because this was a journey, a physical journey that had to manifest over a long period of time. That would be, I guess, that would be the secondary message, is that this was beginning and happening even before they came in and did cleanups. So you've been, you know, your country has been being taken care of and you are protected moving forward. And it does feel very alone to you there. And it feels very oppressive. And they have absolutely validated you there. Now let's take these. Oh, those two cards continue to want to fall out. You know, right now, you're still feeling the oppression. You have slimy people on the world stage so that you feel the oppression. And I think that there's probably more to that. So let me move these cards and let's get a little story as to why these slime balls are on your world stage, having you feel the oppression. I think I understand where that's coming from. Same as here, same as everywhere else, so that we can actually see the hidden agendas play out in front of us, right? I think. But let's let them continue to tell that story about your slime balls that are on your world stage, that are doing all of this oppressing of you and your people currently. You, your people, your country. Let's just see the story around that, okay? Why is that? Why is this still playing out there? Even though all this other stuff has been done in the background. Hits the Queen of Swords as we ask, why is this being done? It's teaching you discernment, for one thing. The Queen of Swords, as we ask the story as to why are people on your world stage still oppressing you, as it seems, even though, you know, all of this work had been done in the background. And then we get the Queen of Swords in this Queen of Swords in this deck, and she's holding truth and she's holding lies. And what do you have to do when you're faced with truth and lies? You learn discernment. So let's move these up a little bit more so that I've got room here. It's to make you feel things. You got to feel things. You got to ignite those feelings. How does it make you feel? How does it make you feel? Let that crown wake up, force you into looking at a few things. The 8 above you. So that you'll be ready for the fight. Be ready to accept what's been done for the country. to accept the information when it comes, and to actually want to be part of that yourselves, so that you'll be ready for 17 to come in and show you all the truth. So it's really all about you're waking up the crown, igniting the feelings, learning discernment. You're having to live through it, so that you are willing to accept the what had to be done militarily. It's kind of what it is going on worldwide. So basically you're telling me they're going through their own form of oppression and their own form of dark night of the soul. There in the Netherlands, it's bad, it feels terrible. But they're going through it all for the same reason, basically, that we are in America, and they are in Canada, and they are in Australia, and they are in Italy, and every other country around the world. We're going through this because we have to want the change. We have to be accepting of the change. We have to know the truth. But we kind of have to come to that waking up phase on our own, so that we don't look at this as like it's been a coup done to us. It's something that we will be wanting, and we're backing and willing to fight for ourselves. It's all part of the Great Awakening, and with that, the change and the healing to come. Is that correct? Please and thank you. How long have I been on here? I've been on here nearly an hour already. That one wants to fall out, so let's get the story off of that in a minute, okay? So have I delivered this right? Please and thank you. I delivered that to you correctly. And that secondary message is that you are safe moving forward. This operation is still going forward with the Knight of Pentacles. So it's just a smaller reiteration of safety while you move forward through whatever else it is that you will be presented with. Just know that you're safe. And then they want to talk to you a little bit about the oppression, again, with your earthly pleasures. A lot was hoarded there from you, or hoarded and hidden there in general. And they just want to talk just a little bit about that, you guys. So let's just get a tiny story there to finish this reading off. Those in power stole, hid, hoarded from you, the ordinary people. So they just want to talk to you about this a little bit more. They talked to you about it in the beginning too. I would say you guys have more assets there than you would think, or you had more hidden there from the baddies than you knew. But they want to talk just a little bit more there. So let's see a few more cards. All right, well, let's just look at this. Okay, so the Six of Pentacles, but in this deck, that king, he's hoarding all of the assets, okay? He's hoarding all of the assets. Mine, 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 mine. He's running with them. He wants to make sure no one gets any. He won't even share with his wife, who's going batshit crazy. So your leadership there was super, super, super wealthy themselves, but like hoarding everything so that to keep from the common man, right? And so down from that, we have our Queen of Pentacles. A lot of money came from what they made from children. And it's important that you guys understand that. Prep yourself for it, okay? Now, you go sideways from your Six of Pentacles, your leaders who are highly involved in this stuff, onto this 5 where great change is being made through some chaos. Something's already bloomed in the background with this, okay? So you've got your 5, great change through chaos. What is the great change? The great change is changing how the leadership was done in your country. It's changing how people were treated by the leaders in your country. It's changing it's changing what was done with money and children, okay? And that great change is coming through the chaos. It's coming from the physical discomfort, but it's also coming from these leaders that were walking on that thin ice, as it showed earlier, fighting amongst themselves, acting foolish with this fool, acting foolish and getting themselves bitten. So there was quite an operation to flush them out, weed them out, get them fighting amongst each other, tattling on each other, whatever it took. But there's a lot that's going to come out around what was happening in your country. Have no fear. Something new has bloomed in the background, and it's very much alive, even if you can't see it yet. And that's what that last reading showed, that you were being protected. This is a white hat, military, Q operation, and what you're seeing in your country isn't exactly what is actually real. I know that you're living through it, and in that way it's real, because we're living through it here too. What I mean by that is, like, you're having to go through this piece of oppression, as it said, so that everybody there will be willing to accept what had to happen already back in the background. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to ask if I delivered this message correctly to you folks. And then I'm going to leave you with a card. Okay? So did I deliver this message correctly? Please and thank you. Have I delivered the messages to the people of the Netherlands and the people on the channel who are also concerned for the Netherlands, because we're all concerned for the world, correctly? Please and thank you. Number 8, I brought the message into you from Spirit, but with the 8, there's more that they want you to know, because it seems as though some of you have given up on the journey, or some of the people in the Netherlands have given up. So let's pull this in, you guys. You got to look up. You pull up the faith. Don't quit when you're so close is the secondary message behind that. But let's see if there's inspiring words for you folks. I know it feels bad. It's got to, because if they're saying I brought you this message in from them, the divine, but that some of you may still be feeling like it's over before it even has a chance to come all the way into fruition, because this is only a 10, and you're willing to give up, or really thinking about giving up because it's that bad right now. Let's get the rest of that message, please. Please and thank you. Look up. Look up. With this card, she's not looking up. There's the higher power right above her. The crow is bringing in the divine messages, and she's too focused on this journey in front of her that seems dead. Even though there's some life in it, she feels like it's dead, and she's ready to chop it down early. So look up. Look up. Look to the skies. Look to your faith. Quite literally, look to the skies. Look for the signs in the skies from the planes that are there, that maybe U.S. military planes and other planes that you may see in your skies, or other hints, but you're meant to look up. So look up. Whatever you look up and start seeing, please do let me know. So what's the rest of what you want to say there, please? Now, also, secondary part of that, look up. So maybe you could start looking up. You got the Q, the star, the 17. Maybe you could start learning about the Q posts. Maybe you could start deciphering the Q comms. Maybe you could start putting pieces together. Look up physically. Look up to the sky. Look to your faith. And then, on that other note, look up, look into Q, look into the military operation, look into the things that are proving for sure that better days are coming. You know what I'm saying? So now let's take a peek at the rest of the cards. Look up. Judgment is coming. This cycle is ending. Things will be exposed, you guys. A basic, simplistic, more beautiful way of being is to come, but you can't cut down your rods before the journey is over, okay? You just can't do that. So don't feel like all is lost. Look in the journey. There are bloomed leaves here, and it's only an 8. Look up, quite literally. Look up to the heavens. Look up to the skies. Look to your faith. Look to the skies. Look for the military operations. Look up the 17 operations and comms, and just look up all of that stuff. Judgment is coming. This cycle is ending. Things will be exposed, and the Netherlands will be brought back to a more beautiful, simplistic way of being. Just basic, beautiful harmony. That's what this is all about. It's about harmony with nature, harmony with each other. It's about love. It's about simplicity, healing. I mean, this house of theirs that they've built is all lit up with spirit and divine light. And that's what's coming to your country. So don't give up. Don't give up. Trust the plan, basically. Trust the plan. It's all coming to an end. And the thief will be exposed under the table, which means great exposure and endings of the way that things were. Your cycle is ending. Don't give up. Is that correct? Please and thank you. Okay. Is that correct? Please and thank you. Did I deliver the message well? Please and thank you. Yes, I delivered it well. And the secondary piece of this message is get ready to move the old out and birth something new. Your country is going through that death and that rebirth, just like a lot of other countries the world over, really. It's that dark night of the soul. It's that death to the old way so that the new way can be birthed in. So yes, I've delivered this to you correctly. I hope that you found some value in this. This is just what I'm getting, you guys. So take from it what resonates, and discard the rest. That's how we do it. But if you have any other questions, specific questions around the Netherlands, please do let me know, and I will look into that for you. That was a basic reading on what's happening with the Netherlands. So now with that, with the information that we've been given today as the energy stands, could you please leave us with one card, something that we can focus on, something that gives us insight, some value, some clarity, as we move forward as the energy stands right now with the messages that we've just received. Please and thank you. With one card, how do you want to leave us? 6, stay in the love vibration. All right, so that's the main message with this. This is a number 6. Stay in the love vibration. Don't allow yourself to get scattered while you're going through the tyranny of these shitbag on the world stage rulers. And let's see if there's just anything more. So stay in that love vibration. Keep your vibes high. Don't allow this to happen to you. Notice that she's got a clock around her neck. Time is ticking. Time is ticking. So this is not going to last forever, you guys. You do have celebrations of the sun coming, and that time is coming closer, okay? Feel it with that Knight of Cups. Feel it. Rejoice, rejoice, rejoice. Really feel happiness. Feel the warmth. Feel the good stuff. Feel the love. Don't allow yourself to go crazy. Know that the time is ticking. It's coming near. It's almost up. And you will have that better country, that more simplistic, healed country. So stay in the love vibration. Don't let yourself get frazzled as these oppressors do their things. You have this celebration of the sun. You've already won. You've got to feel it. You've got to keep your vibes high and keep the love up. Keep that love up in your heart and around you. And know that the time is ticking for the celebrations to come in. It's only a matter of time before the healing of the simplicity and the nurturing of your country comes back into balance, because with this 4, that literally is work to have things balanced out. And this is going to be balanced out. You see how he's hoarding, he wants it all, and she's going batshit crazy. And then down here, you have 2 people who are sharing in the basics and the simplicity and the love and the nurture and the health and the spirit of what would be your country, because that's what we're reading on, right? And the planet and each other. So a much more beautiful way of being, but the work is being done. And time, you're nearing that time. So stay in love. With that Knight of Cups also, that's childlike energy. So feel the joy in a childlike way. Feel the love in an excited way, like a first love, you know what I mean? Celebrate. Feel the warmth in your belly at the happiness that's to come. Celebrate, dance, have fun. You've already won, you guys. So that's what they want to leave you with. And I hope that helped. I hope that helped in some way. I hope that you found some value in it in some way. It's just what I'm getting. So as I said earlier, take what resonates and leave the rest. But you're being validated that you've been terribly oppressed and treated pretty poorly by your government, your rulers, the people that oversee the Netherlands. But you're also being validated that you're being protected, and you have good things coming. So stay in love, stay in joy, as it said. Keep your vibes high. Know that I'm sending you all much love and high vibrations and healing. And I hope that you all have a beautiful day, a beautiful Sunday, because this is going to go up Sunday, not Saturday. Because if I put 2 videos up in one day, they just don't get, you won't see the second one. And I want the people that ask me to read on the Netherlands and the people that ask me to read on Pam Bondi to get to see their readings too. So anyways, I love you all. Take care of yourselves. Keep filling yourselves up with that joy and that love, and keep seeing it going out into the world, and then keep filling yourself back up with it again. Know that we've got this. Where we go one, we go all. I think we're really getting into those phases of, that exposure, that major exposure everywhere that's going to eventually lead to that justice. And yeah, I am very positive. I know we're witnessing a lot of shit, but I'm staying very positive because the universe keeps saying we're going to be okay. And I trust my creator. I trust my team. I trust my highest self. But also, I can see the proofs. The proof is there. Exposure's happening. Things are coming out. I can see things coming together. And yeah, I just stay positive, and I hope that all of you can too. So I will see you all soonish. Have a beautiful Sunday. I hope that you all had a beautiful Mother's Day. I kept forgetting to say Happy Mother's Day to everybody. I don't know if I did in the last video or not, but I'd get caught up in the cards and the reading, and then I would forget to wish everybody a Happy Mother's Day. And so here we are, you know, a week away from when it happened, and I'm finally getting around to it. But I hope you all had a Happy Mother's Day. And yeah, I love you all, and I will see you all soonish. Until then, take care. I'll see ya.